Hey, just getting started with our commentary here for the August races. A lot of fun this month. Had our bus race going on, and then of course we had our open modified, open stock, and hot off the shelf like we always do each month, and lots of fun things going on. The track, I did some adjustments from last month, and I think they worked well. I don't know if you noticed in the video, I was able to get in a little tighter on the cars, actually raise the track up about 1.5 feet off the ground, and tried to keep everything, the drop, everything the same. Just raise that up a little bit, and then I also changed the actual track itself a little bit. In the last several months, as I've had orange track with little directional arrows in it, kind of the older Hot Wheels track, and I switched it all over to the newer track with the little blue buttons, and just wanted to make that uniform, and it worked pretty good. I did see some faster times this time, so I think the track is just a little bit faster. I feel like I've got it dialed in pretty good. I don't see myself making any changes at least until maybe the 2018 season. So I think we're looking good with the track. I do have a few cosmetic ideas that I might add to it just to make it look a little nicer and a little sharper, but I think the track's set. So at least for the rest of the year, we're going to start keeping some records and seeing how fast these cars can really go. With that being said, we did see some fast cars this time. So our bus race, I had a good time with that. I hope everybody else did too. I know it was a little tricky finding buses. I thought it was going to be super easy. There was even a bus in the collection, the mainline collection this year. But by the time this bus race came around, they were kind of starting to be off the shelves. It was a little harder to find them. So, and buses aren't something that like everybody's collecting, so you might not have a bunch in your collection. So it did turn out to be a little bit tricky to get those buses. But man, I sure had a fun time modding mine, and I thought it was fun. Let me know what you thought about the bus race, and if you had fun, if you'd like to see it come around again, or if it was like, no way, we don't want to. One thing that I thought was super fun was to be able to just put all that weight in there. We had 100 grams as our top, or our weight that we could go for, and so it was super easy to pack all that in there, and we did get some fast times. In fact, the times are kind of hard to maybe judge a little bit when you're getting out to like 10 thousandths of a second, but I like to go with the scale speed. We get a scale speed for each of the cars, and so I like to compare that. It just makes a little more sense. So our top three buses were all over 400 miles per hour scale speed, which was pretty awesome. Our first place bus ended up being this guy. How could you not love that? I'd get on that to go to school every day. Kid in flames, big old engine out the front. So anyways, that one was pretty cool. I do need to give a shout out to DC Racing. Love that guy. Check out those guitars on there. That was pretty cool. We did have some creativity, and it was fun. It was fun to see those buses race. They were fast. Our top ones were really fast. One thing that I noticed was some of the buses, in fact, let me see if I can find one here. These surfing buses, I don't know if you can see there, but the wheels were quite narrow, and it turned out that it kind of dragged a little bit on the side, I think. We had those things loaded up, so they got down the track still pretty quick, but yeah, this particular design of bus didn't do quite as well as this particular bus, or we had a couple of these buses. There's a good looking bus right there from Voxer Racing that took second, and so these guys did pretty well. Like I say, League of Speed, that one just looks sharp. I love that yellow and the blue there. Sent that in. So but these guys, yeah, just kind of rubbed a little bit on the sides of the track. Those wheels set in a little bit, so kind of had to find the right bus. In fact, it turned out we had a couple of the kids were painting some of these up and getting them ready for the race, and then we noticed that, and so we had to scramble and see if we could find a couple more buses that didn't rub on the side. But bus race, super fun. Let me know what you thought about that, though. If it was too difficult to get the buses, I usually try with our feature race. I try to keep it so that the theme is pretty easy to get, so everybody can participate, and it's not a super big deal for people to participate in that race. But let me know what you think. Anyways, I had a ton of fun racing those buses, so thanks you guys for sending those in. Hey, so our open stock this month, we had some super fast cars. Like I say, the track itself was a little bit faster, so we did see some faster times, but even at that, we had some super fast cars. We had a lot of funny cars this time around. We had this as an example, funny car sent in by League of Speed that did super well in that open stock. But our winner in open stock was FOTF. Sent in this Johnny Lightning truck, and man, that thing is a beast. It was putting up some quick speeds. It was just under 400 miles per hour scale speed, which is up around where our buses, our top buses were. And those things were, like, say, pulling about 100 grams down the track. So this guy is super quick. In fact, just a little quicker than our open modified race. Granted, open modified has a little bit has a weight limit on it, 57 grams, and open stock doesn't, so this comes in a little bit over 57, closer to, I think, 80 if I remember right, but still be super fast. Congratulations FOTF on that win in open stock. Quick car you got there. Hey, so open modified was pretty sweet this month. We had some good quick cars. Our winner in the open modified race, Voxer Racing, sent in this guy. We've seen a couple entries from Voxer. I've talked a little bit about some of the engineering that he uses, some of the things that go into his builds. Amazing what he's doing with those builds, and has got some quick cars, always has fast cars, and pulled off a big win this month. The open modified race is a lot of fun. That's what it is, just open, no theme. Pretty much if it fits the limitations, 57 grams, fits on Hot Wheels track, I mean, we run it, right? And this is where we want to see our fastest cars, and it's a lot of fun. We get a lot of quick cars. Some even come in not modified too much, and some come in like highly modified, and that's cool. Whatever it takes, we'll just race them down the track in this open modified and try to find the fastest cars out there. FOTF represented well in this one too. He had another Johnny Lightning. In fact, this one sponsored by the Lincoln Johnny Lightning Race Club, which is pretty cool. He's got a little bit of sponsor thing going on there, and we've actually sponsored some of FOTF's cars as well in some other races, so he's a good racer, always has fast cars. This guy, we've seen him show up just a few times in our monthly races, and this guy is quick, fast car. Came in second, I think, this month, so keep modifying those cars. When I first started modding cars, they were not fast. I thought, what is going on? I'm supposed to be making these things faster, but you know what? It just takes practice, takes time, and sometimes you get a good build, and sometimes you don't. I always try to maybe make them look good at least, and so that if they don't turn out fast, at least I've got something that looks good going down the track. But keep modding those cars, keep practicing, sending them in. This is a fun race, and we'd like to make it bigger and bigger and bigger. So send those cars in. Hey, so our last race, hot off the shelf. It's always a fun one, winner take all, so somebody's going home with a whole bunch of cars. Remember, we're racing cars that you can find on the shelf right now. Last year's models, this year's models, and pretty soon we're probably going to start seeing some of next year's stuff coming out. So anyways, that's the idea. Hot Wheels, anything that says Hot Wheels, and if it's on the shelf right now, it's probably fair game. So this is kind of a fun one because you kind of have to, you get to play around, you get to practice a little bit, but you got to send them in on the card unopened, and so it's kind of always a gamble. But this month we had this Corvette win, and this is interesting because we've seen this guy walk away with a win before. So it turns out that that wasn't probably just luck. This is a quick car. And so keep your eyes open. Probably start seeing a whole bunch of these show off, right? But I will point out the second place car was kind of interesting. We haven't seen one of these sent in for our hot off the shelf. This guy turned out to be really, really quick, and he's not super heavy, but I think just his flat, wide build just runs really well down the track. So kind of a sleeper. Maybe somebody find a really quick one of these and take home all the cars. Anyways, I believe this was Wintech Racing that sent this in, and they actually went home with the hot off the shelf last month as well. And so representing well, they've got a whole bunch of cars coming their way. They love modern cars. They'll probably tear some of those open, put some weight in, and find some good wheels on some of these. They got a whole bunch coming their way. So hot off the shelf. Make sure you're getting involved in that. Super easy. Just go to the store, pick a couple cars off the shelf, send them in. I'm having a lot of fun racing you guys' cars. Keep them coming each month. Tell your friends. Tell everybody you know. I'd love to see these races get a little bit bigger, and because with bigger races comes better competition, and it's just cool. I'd like this to be, you know, one of the premier race sites, and have people sending in cars from all over, and we'll race them for you. I hope I'm doing a good job with the videos. Let me know if there's any improvements or things that I can do. But you guys work hard on these cars. I want you to be able to see them. I want you to see them race. And so I'm really trying to do a good job with the videos and get you right up close, right in the action. And anyways, let me know if you have any ideas or any comments. Till next month, I'll see you.